Unitas goes 2/3 of an inning, and he gives up 1 hit and walks 3, and has allowed a run and is responsible for the runners who are on. We have a report for you on the marathon at the moment. At Natick, Unitini of Japan is leading. Gasper of Mexico is second. Panaloza of Mexico is third, and Canelo grounded to second. Fly to left in the 4th inning when Yastrzemski made a very good catch on him, and he bounced out to the pitcher in the 6th inning of play. The bases are loaded with 2 out. There you see the base runners. Ball 1. Three runs are in. Only 2 hits have been made in the inning. 1-1 to Kenny. He swatted at that one, didn't he, John?
Yes, he's talking to himself a little bit up there. He's probably saying, well, you got to hang in there a little bit tougher, kid, because this guy, Lyle, has a fine arm, and he kind of deals a little bit from the side, 3/4 anyway.
Two balls and a strike. Gerry is back from the Navy with the New York club. In '67, he stole 27 bases with Syracuse. Yastrzemski toward the line. And he made the catch down in the corner. So that's all for New York in the 7th inning, but 9 men went to the plate, 3 runs scored, 2 hits were made, and 3 runners are left on. So as we come to the stretch half of the 7th inning, the Yankees lead 5-0.
Whereas it's a little cool and brisk here right now, he didn't want to take a chance of Mel hurting himself, which is a logical thing for any manager to think about.
Ball 1 to Scott. George has grounded to second and hit hard to third into a 5-4-3 double play. 5-0 New York in the last half of the 7th inning. This one is a home run. Scott has hit a home run for the Red Sox, and it is 5-1 New York now as Petrocelli comes to the plate. Stottlemyre does not ordinarily give up many home runs. He's allowed 2 so far this year prior to this one. He throws what the ball players refer to as a heavy ball. Ball 1 to Rico. Petrocelli has singled and walked.
I think a left-hander has just joined Verbanek in the bullpen, Ken.
Ball 2, and he's an easy one to spot, too.
Is that Big Hamilton?
Yes.
Big Steve.
There he is. He's one of the tallest pitchers in the game. Ball 3. Three balls and no strikes to count on Rico. There is the Yankee manager, Ralph Houk. Petrocelli is on, and Houk is coming out right now. Stottlemyre has walked 5 men today. He's thrown a lot of pitches. He has struck out one man, and now I'm sure Ralph wants to talk with him and see if he's all right. There is Jim Lonborg now warming up in the Boston bullpen, along with Mike Nagy. Gerry Moses is up. He has popped up and had an infield base hit. Ball one.
Ralph Houck. Capitone just looked into Ralph Houck, and he wanted to know whether they wanted him off the bag or not, but he says hold him. Houck is a very intent, conscientious man.
The ball is foul. Hank Sower, the third base umpire, wheeling the ball foul. Here's a replay as the ball goes down to third base.
Just did miss the bag.
And Sower, of course, was in an excellent position to see it. He was stationed just the way he should have been, which is one of the big things, really, with an umpire, is to be where you're supposed to be. And Hank Sower is one of the best umpires in the game. And quite a guy. He's done a marvelous job down in Pawtucket for the boys club down there. 1-1. Strike two. Around the bat rack, you see number 11, Schofield, and the other fellow is Billy Canigliaro with the pitcher due next. Stottlemyre throws to Pepitone, and they get Moses. And Petrocelli goes on to second. So there's a man on second base now. One away, and it's going to be Dick Schofield, the bat for Lyle. Sox trailing 5-1. In the marathon, Unitini, or Unitini, whichever, from Japan, is leading. He's leading in Wellesley. Canelo of Mexico is second, and Panaloza of Mexico is third. So the veteran Dick Schofield comes up now for the Red Sox, adding .333 in his brief appearances, with 1 for 3. Ball one. One thing about a fellow like Schofield in a pinch hitting capacity, he's been around enough so that it doesn't faze him a bit to walk up there in a tight spot. There's a base hit. Petrocelli is coming in to score the second run. Schofield delivers again. A single into right field. Petrocelli is home, and Houck is coming out. And therefore, so is Stottlemyre. As Schofield comes through with a single into right field, and they will make a change. So Mel Stottlemyre has worked 6 1/3 innings here this afternoon, or this morning. But apparently McDaniel was too. Lindy McDaniel is in there to pitch now. McDaniel is 1-0. He's pitched 4 innings and allowed 7 hits so far. Mel Stottlemyre is leaving the ball game, and the Yankee ace gets a hand as he heads over into the dugout.
Yes, I know a little bit about McDaniel, Ken. As you know, he came over to the Yankees, I believe, in exchange for Billy Mumbuquette late in the year, middle of the year, right around July, and he was with the San Francisco Giants. He came to New York with the Yankees. He has done exceptionally well. He was 4-1 last year, and you just gave his record a moment ago.
The Sox trail 5-2, are in the 7th inning. There is 1 man out as McDaniel comes on. Ball 1. Big cut, and I think that was the forkball, John.
Yes, it broke straight down. When you can control that kind of a pitch, boy, you have to have that good control. That's a tough pitch to control, but boy, they really worked it. This kid has worked on this pitch for a long, long time.
Foul ball on the bunt try by Mike, 1-2.
And Mike gets that ball down there, Ken. He almost can walk into first base because Mercer is deep. And Mike, realizing that the Red Sox have to have base runners, good play by Mike.
He's a good bunter, and he'll do that periodically during the season, bunt his way on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2. Chanting they want a hit here. Mike fouls it off, and the count holds at 2-2. Over to second for 1, back to first for 2. A double play. Mike hitting the ball down to the third baseman, over to Clark, and on to first base. And that takes care of the Red Sox in the 7th inning as they come battling back with a couple of runs. 2 runs in the inning and 2 base hits. Nobody left on. And so as we reach the end of 7, it's the Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 2. Rico is 2 for 2 on the day, and he continues to hit the ball very well. Gerry Moses is coming up, and Billy Canigliaro will be next. Ball 1. pitcher continues to really come through. He had a grand slam home run here yesterday and a double that drove in a 5th run. And today he's just come up with a